and to make one phone call that I have to take my scooter out and come out to the STD booth and make one phone call. Those were the days. And today that almost I'm sure everyone except that maybe a small boy who's sitting there would be carrying a cell phone with them. And if I'm right, so. Or maybe he's also carrying too. I wouldn't be too surprised. Okay. So the topic here is the digital gateway still a business stimulant. Let's look back and I just took you through about in '93 how the situation was. To make one phone call, how do we travel and make a phone call? So where are we now? Since 2010. Privileged to be one of the few in Bombay when the concept of other was being discussed in a smaller room like this. And at that time, not a single other was not issued in the country. It was more of a concept. And I was representing as a representative, one of the representatives of NPCI. And today we have 135 crore citizens who are having Aadhaar cards. So this has been the foundation for us, where you would see that where the growth has started after that. Subsequently, around the same time, NPCA also was born. It's basically the company which to lead in the retail payment side of it. And today, let's look at the 2014. I was privileged to be part of RuPay card at the initial stages. It had a beginning, I would say that with me, but many other professionals have taken it forward and where it is today. In 2014, PMTDY scheme, they're linking the Aadhaar, mobile number and the bank account, and therefore that could lead to direct distribution of fund transfer, government benefits and all that it is. Today, as we speak, 1,90,000 crore direct benefit transfers are there. What does this mean? Everything has got a linkage subsequently to come. This is the buyer corporate has to be India-based one. That's very important. So the TREDS arrangement it's very relevant in the Indian context, and that's why the government of India said as a compliance measure, anyone who's got a 500 CR turnover, and all public sector enterprises must be compulsorily present on TREDS after any other three platform. The idea here is that it's a customer and the bank, their own bank where they are transacting. The idea here is that it's a bilateral arrangement between the customer and the bank in a traditional method. When you go to the market, you see the ability to discover better rates on the strength of the buyer. See, usually working capital limits are given on the strength of the SME. So it has a limited the balance sheet size to get the limits. When you go to the TREDS and transactors, actually the library gets shifted on the buyer it is. That's why I said that it runs on 3 master agreements. Master agreement, first one is between the buyer and the exchange, and second is financier and exchange, and third is supplier and the exchange. And one master agreement is good enough, and once you are registered on that and any of the platform, the next time onwards is a business as usual for you to upload invoices on their website, and that will get visible. It's an e-bidding process it goes through. And I was told that when we look at on a 10 lakh, I'm just seeing the ticket size, 10 lakh rupees if you want to go for 45 days discounting, and if you see that it does. If your traditional method of availing this funds, it somewhere takes you between say 15,000-16,000 rupees. Probably this will be of a few thousands lesser when you go through the e-bidding. Think about number of transactions, how you benefit out of it. I am very curious to know that how many of you have your own company website. Those who are entrepreneurs, can you raise hands please? Or I should flip the question. Those who do not have a website. No, please feel free. It's not nothing wrong in that. This one. It's a very important to us. See, all of you would have read about the ChatGPT and all that, how it's taking the next step forward. It is my personal opinion that as we have a physical identity, all of us must have a digital identity. If we don't have a digital identity and presence, if ChatGPT or equivalent AI does not recognize, then for the digital world we really don't exist. It is so important, critical, that I am connecting back to your this concept. It is very important, super critical, that every entrepreneur, every business person, every service provider, no matter it is, it could be a child opponent, it could be a legal service or medical, wherever it is, to have a digital presence and make sure that they are visible, because gone are the days that where people used to Google and search answers come out. Now on the move, people are going to ask questions. You let me know tell me the top 5 names who are there, and if it doesn't come or if it doesn't throw up in by the artificial intelligence induced chat GPT kind of mechanism, going really will get tough in future, and the days are not too far away.